Hey guys, so in part 11 of the Laravel for e-commerce series, we'll be continuing with setting up the edit and delete order functionality, as well as setting up the users edit and delete user functionality. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so first we'll start with setting up the edit and delete of our orders admin. So let's go back into VS Code and set that up. So it's the same what we did for the products and categories. We just need to create the view first. So go into orders here, and we're gonna go into edit. So edit that blade.php. Okay, so next what we can do is just take what we did for the edit product blade and then copy that into the orders. So just copy this and paste. Okay, so now we just need to edit the view here. So first we can do edit order. Okay, and then just update that for the action. So you want it to be admin orders update and make sure to get the order ID. Okay, so now we need to update the field. So down here, just changes to update order. Okay, so now let's see what we need to add. So let's go into our model. Okay, so we need to include these fields. So user ID, shipping address, status, payment method, total amount, and Stripe payment ID is what's fillable. So we don't need all of these. We just need the shipping address, the status of the order, the payment method, and the total amount can be edited. I think the most important would probably be just the status. So you can say whether it's pending or complete. Okay, so let's go back and fill that out in our view. Go back here into our edit order view. Okay, so we can just remove all of these over here. Okay, and just close off this div. Okay, this one as well. We can get rid of this. Okay, so now we're going to add in the order status. So we're going to do label for status. So class is equal to block text gray 700 order status. Okay, then we'll create a select. So select. This is for status, and then the ID is for status. Give it a class of full width, border rounded padding of 2. Okay, and then give it an option value is equal to pending. And then we'll update the status of the order. So order status equal to pending. Else single quotes. Okay, and then we're going to close this off. And then we're going to name this option. Okay, and just take this bracket here for the values pending, and then close off the bracket here. Okay, and then this will say pending. Okay, so this is good. So we can copy this 2 more times. Okay, and then if it's not pending, this will be completed. Completed, and then this one over here will be canceled. Canceled. Okay. So that's all you will need to edit in the order. And then let's wrap this in a div. So div margin bottom of 4. Underneath there. Okay, and just double check. Okay, so this looks good. So next let's update the controller and then the routes. So go into our order controller. Okay, we'll just need to update the edit function here. So we can just copy that again from the product controller here. So the edit and the store. So Make sure you have your order model imported. Then paste this for the edit. So this will be order. Order find or fail ID, and then make sure you connect to the right resource. So in our case, it's orders.edit, and then add in the order. Okay, and save that. Okay, and then now we're here, we're gonna also do the update and destroy methods as well. Okay, so for the update method, what we want to do is first validate our status request. So request is equal to validate, and open that up. Status, make sure it's a string, so required string. Okay, and then close that off, and then what you want to do is order is equal to order find or fail ID. Okay, and then close that off, and then order update requests all. Okay, and then we're going to return redirect route admin orders index. Okay, and then again, just double check. Okay, so this looks good. And then lastly, let's do the destroy function. So again, you want to call in the order that you want to delete. So order is equal to order find or fail ID, and then order delete. And then we're going to return redirect to the orders page. So return redirect route. Okay, so return redirect and then route. So we want to go back to the orders index for the admin. So you want to do orders dot index. So again, admin dot orders dot index. Actually, in our controller, it's just order index. So just make sure you match the same format. Okay, just from what we had up here. Okay, and save this. And I think we're good to go. So just close this bracket off here. Okay, and just double check. Okay, and just lastly, what we need to do is just in the index is update our buttons. Okay, so over here in the orders index, just over here in the button. Again, we can copy what we did for the edit and categories. So over here, product index. Okay, yeah, so we already did middleware for the orders page. So now we can just copy this just so we're able to delete and edit the orders. So copy this and then back in the order index. We can add it over here. Okay, so just update the routes here. So make sure it's edit order and delete order, and then update the routes. So admin orders edit and admin's order destroy. And then update these to make sure it's the order ID. Okay, and save that. Okay, and I think this should be good. So now let's check our application. Okay, and refresh. Okay, so now we have edit order and delete order. Let me just fix this so that they're beside each other. It's back in VS Code. So put it in its own column. So TD. Okay, so just move the delete in this column and then remove it here. Okay, save and let's check again. Refresh. Okay, awesome. So this is a lot cleaner. So we have edit and delete. So we can click edit And awesome, now we can click here and see the order status. So we can say if it's completed, so we can update the order. Okay, so it just needs orders.index. So I think that needs to be admin orders index. Let's just double check. Okay, so make sure it's admin order index. Okay, do it the same for the one down here as well. Admin order index, and do it for the other ones. So the order edit is good. It's over here with the admin. Okay, save this and try again. So again, go back. Okay, so let's go into edit order. Change this into completed and update order. Okay, just change this into orders.index. Okay, and then let's try again. Let's go back here. Then edit order. Change it to completed. Okay, so we refresh here, we can see the form, and then we can go and change it to completed and update the order. Okay, so it should have changed, but let's see here. Completed, update. Okay, so it's still pending, so there must be an issue with the code, so let's double check. Okay, yeah, so just over here, just forgot to change these values. So completed, and then over here, change this to cancel. Awesome. So I think this is good now, so let's just do another check. So refresh, and then edit. So it's pending, changes to complete, update, awesome. So now it's completed. So let me just fix a typo here. So back in VS Code. Just completed there. Okay, and save and try again. Okay, so we go back into the edit order and then just change it to completed and then update the order, and awesome. Now it's correctly spelled. So now let's try to delete the order. So I'll delete the last one. And awesome, so that just deleted the order. Okay, great. So let's finish off with doing the same for the users. The users edit and delete as well. So just over here in your admin, users will update the edit and delete here. Okay, so it's just the same that we did for the order. So back in VS Code. So again, what you want to do here for your users is do an edit users. So new file, edit.blade.php. And let's copy what we did for orders. Okay, so over here, let's change this to edit user. And then over here with the route, so it'll be admin users update. And then it'll be user ID. Okay, so let's check what fields we can update here in our users model. Okay, so over here we have name, email, password, and is admin as well. So let's just make that fillable over here. So over here, make is admin fillable, so we can change that and save. Okay, so back here in the edit, now let's add in the field. So we'll start with name. Okay, so create a new label. The label for name, class block, text gray 700, and then name, and then give it an input of text. Name is equal to name. ID is equal to name. And the value is equal to user name, and give it a class of full width, border rounded padding of 2. Okay, and then we'll just copy this div here and wrap it in that div, and then move this div under here. Okay, and then down here, we'll just change this to update user. Okay, so next what we can do is just copy this and then do it for the other fields. So name, and this one is email. Okay, user value is email. And then again, wrap it in a div. Just take this div here and paste. Again, just remove this. Okay, and then lastly, what we can do is the admin status. Change that for is admin. Okay, and then so the options are 0 and 1, so is admin and not admin. Okay, so over here values is 1 and 0 for yes and no. Okay, so close that off, and then this one is admin and regular user. Okay, then over here we need to just edit this, so change this to user is admin. Then we can remove the pending here. Okay, so that's good, and do the same for the bottom here. Is admin. Okay, and then save that. Okay, and again, just double check, and I think this is good. So now what we need to do is set up the controller. So over here in the user's controller, in the edit function here, you just want to call the user. So user is equal to user, find or fail, ID, and then we're going to return our user view. So return view users.edit, and then include that data. Okay, so this is good. So now let's do the update and destroy functions. Okay, so what you want to do here is do our request validate first. So request validate, then OB name, email, and is admin. So name shall be required, string, and max of 255 characters. Then next email, required, string, email, max of 255, unique users, and email. Okay, and then close that off, and then add in the ID. And lastly is admin, make sure that's a boolean. So it's admin required boolean. Okay, and then close that off. Just over here as well, just fix that error. And just forgot our quotes. Okay, and then we're going to get that user and update it. So user is equal to user, find or fail, ID, and then user update requests all. Okay, and then return redirect route admin dot users dot index. Okay, so this is good. And then lastly, let's do our destroy function. Okay, so we can just copy this here and paste that, and then just change this to delete. And then what we need to do is return redirect to the index as well of the users. So just paste that here. Okay, and save. And then lastly, let's just fix our buttons for the users index. So user index, so just these buttons. Again, we can just copy what we did for the orders. Okay, so over here, let me just copy these. Okay, save that. Okay, copy that, and then in the index here, just over here, we can paste it like that, and then just update the labels and the routes. So edit user, delete user, and then the routes as well. So admin users edit, admin users destroy, and then the data objects, so users and user. Okay, so I think this is good. Now let's double check. Okay, so refresh here. Okay, so we have edit and delete user here. So first let's edit. Okay, so I just didn't update this one over here. So let me just fix that. So over in our users edit. So over here, just change this to user as well. Okay, let's try again. So back and then edit. Awesome, so we can edit our admin status here. So this one is an admin status, so click update. Validator unique does not exist, so let me just double check. Okay, so it's just a misspelling, so it's unique. Okay, save and then try again. Okay, so go back here and then change this user to an admin. And then over here, this user is a regular user. Okay, so those are now working. So if we change it on to an admin, okay, so if we check over here in table plus with the test user over here, he's now an admin. So now let me just make him a regular user. So refresh and edit user. And now I'll change the status to regular user and update. And then I'll check again. And then we refresh. And over here, we can see he's now a regular user. So this functionality is working. So let's finish off with deleting a user. So I'll delete the test user here. Awesome. So now he's been removed, and check our database. And that user has been removed. So now our edit and delete functionality is now working for both our orders and users. So this concludes the end of part 11 of the Laravel for e-commerce series. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with this series and future videos. And if you're looking for help with your website or any custom development projects, then you can check out my website, Maplet Media, to get in contact with me. Thanks for watching.